Hey guys, welcome to episode 5 of the second season at FC Köln. We start with an away game in Spain against Real Betis in the Europa League. Could really do with avoiding defeat at best, or at worst, here. Avoiding defeat at worst, hopefully a win. We actually have a very busy month of October, so what I'm going to do here is split it into two. Because we've 6 games, and we ordinarily play 3 per episode, I don't really want to sim 3 games in a month. So I'm going to split it, play Betis, Hertha Berlin and Leverkusen today, play Victoria Pilsen, Hanover and Union Berlin tomorrow. And you guys can let me know in the comments section whether you prefer it that way with these busy months, or whether you'd rather I just continue to select 3 games to play and sim the rest. November is also 6 games in a month, so I might do the same, or if you would like me to, I would do the same there. It would mean that the season would be longer, but we'd play more games. December is only 5 games, so in this scenario, I would play 3 and sim 2, but I think playing 3 and simming 3 is probably a step too far. But it does mean in scenarios like this, now that we're in European football, we would have, like, these 2 months, October and November, would take 4 episodes rather than just 2 episodes to get through. So it's up to you. You guys are the ones that watch the series. Which way round would you like it to be for those busy months? Split into 2, so we play all 6 games, or are you happy for me to play 3 and sim 3? It's up to you. We'll start, though, by doing it this way around, and we'll play Real Betis to start, and then move forward from there. Of course, after coming back from injury yesterday, Schindler is now starting on the right-hand side, Trezeguet on the left now, and Florian Kainz at cam, with Luca Bacchio still up top after getting his first goal for the club yesterday too. And then we have Schaub on the bench now. You can see Cotsiello's up to 79 rated, which is good. Anton's up to 80, so we're getting some good growth. Might need to start training Serpa Cachera to try and improve his technical stats. And if I remember, I'll try and do that today. Maybe I could train he and Katabek, who has decent physicals, but again, could do with some better technicals, so maybe we can train our young wingbacks. Janus Horn is obviously going to leave us, so hopefully we actually managed to sell 2 players yesterday outside the transfer window. Maybe we can actually get Anthony Modesta off the books at some point between now and January, but I'm not overly confident of that at this stage. I think we might be lumped with him for ages. Regardless, we need some points on the board in Europe. Betis' 11, Joel Robles in goal, the former Everton goalkeeper. They've Lo Celso at cam, Borja Iglesias up top, Teo on the left, who's obviously very fast, William Carvalho holding, who's obviously very strong. This is a good team for Real Betis, a very good team. We might... I was hoping that we could play well and get something from this, but seeing their starting 11, my confidence is waning slightly. Hopefully, we can sneak second in the group if we can beat Victoria Pilsen in both games, get something from the games against Betis, and then beat AZ Alkmaar the second time we play them. We might be able to get second in the group, but I think a point away from home here against Real Betis might be all we can hope for. But we could get off to a dream start as Trezeguet, the Spaniard, in Spain, doesn't give us a 1-0 lead. It's a good block by Sydney. Javi Garcia. Lovely ball over the top. Barajan brings it down well. Cross could come in. It's laid back slightly to Sergio Canales. Nice tackle by Verstrata. Just need to get rid of this now. Kainz inside. His 5-star weak foot will really come in handy in that central position, because it means we can play on either side. When I was with Schaub, or when I was using Schaub in that central position, I always had to work it onto his left. But knowing that he can play on either side, Florian Kainz, means that it completely opens up our creative abilities in that central area. Cotsiello will deliver this corner, and we could be underneath it. We still could be underneath it. We still could be underneath it, but Borja Iglesias completes the clearance. Win that header, please. Well up, Jonas Hector. Cotsiello played in. Get out of the way, please. He's away. Thank you, mate. Cotsiello's there. Quickly forward to Luca Bacchio. Spin the defender. Done well. Finish that. Sydney in the way again. See, maybe we can go short from this corner. I'll pull Trezeguet into this position. Get it back there to Schindler. Into Florian Kainz. Oh, is that a foul? It's a very strong challenge, but the referee deems that you got ball and man at the same time, not man first, then ball, as we saw with a penalty that we earned the other day. Sergio Canales back here to... Oh, it wasn't a penalty, actually. It was a free kick on the edge of the box, wasn't it, against Frankfurt? But still, the point stands. Jonas Hector slots that forward nicely, and Luka Bacchio's itching to get it in behind. He was just offside. He did hold his run, so I felt he'd been able to get himself back the right side of the line. You watch him here. He runs, then looks to hold it, and it's very tight, but probably just offside. Christian Teo, I'm terrified of his pace on this left-hand side. Thankfully, his passing, at least on that occasion, wasn't very good. Luka Bacchio's turned that round the corner wonderfully to Kingsley Schindler, and we're in with a great chance here. Kingsley Schindler, bearing down on goal, kicks it straight to Joel Robles. Oh, Cozzielo's getting a yellow card here, deserved yellow card. I absolutely chopped someone earlier on. I can't believe we haven't buried that. Cross will come in here from Cozziello. It's going to drop maybe. I'll try and knock this down with Anton and Kainz. Similar technique to what led to us going 2-1 up against Werder Bremen yesterday. Get that into Luka Bacchio if we can. And here's Florian Kainz again. Get it back. Oh, through to Luka Bacchio, but Javi Garcia cuts it out nicely. Well, both sides trying their hardest, but we're the only ones with shots on goal so far, despite the fact that, unsurprisingly for a Spanish side, they've had more possession. By Giovanni Lo Celso. It's Christian Teo. Turns inside. We have nullified the threat of Christian Teo very well so far in this game. They've always tried to use him, but they keep failing to use him effectively. And David Trezeguet is racing in here, and I see Florian Kainz back here, and will shoot early on the left foot. Good block by Iron. Another opportunity blocked by a defender. Can we get onto the end of this? Anton flicks that on, but it's tame. Joel Robles will lump two hands either side of the ball. 7 minutes into the second half, and that was pointless. We're still the better side here. Very good value for our point that it looks like we're getting thus far. And if we get a winner, I don't think Betis could have too many arguments. Celso to Teo. He's away tackles, and Verstraete will get that forward. Cozziello around the corner to Florian Kainz. For Trezeguet through that gap. It's a brilliant ball. Heavy touch to get him away from the defenders. David Trezeguet scores! We lead in Spain! Let's go! Eyo! David Trezeguet with another goal for the club. Our first goal in the group stage after a 2-0 defeat against AZ Alkmaar, and we deserve that lead. We deserve that lead. David Trezeguet moved to the left. The first game he started on the left, and it's a goal-scoring effort from him as well. That bodes well for the future. Let's go! Back out to Moreno again. Delivery could come in. Finds Christian Teo. Oh, God. Put in a big challenge there, and thankfully Teo didn't go to ground. Otherwise, that certainly would have been a penalty. He turned away from me, and I felt the controller vibrate, and I was waiting for him to go to ground. Luckily for me, he didn't. On the counter-attack, though, and Kainz could send Trezeguet away down the right again. Instead, we've got Luka Bacchio here. Go on, Florian, make that run. Kainz, ooh, cut out well by Sidney. 20 minutes to go. I'm going to make a couple of changes now. Kainz and Cozziello are both on yellow cards, so let's sub both of those guys. Özcan can come on, as can Schaub. Extra energy through the middle to try and slow them down. Jorge Mera cuts it out nicely for Strata. Trezeguet's making good moves again, but it's Luka Bacchio that's played in, and here's Cozziello, lacking the strength needed to hold off the defender. 15 to go. We still lead here in Betis, and they are still yet to have a single shot on goal. All of the possession they've had, which has grown in its percentage throughout the course of the game, and they're not going anywhere with it, apart from off the pitch. Canales into Lo Celso. Canales again. This is dangerous now. Lo Celso to Wanmi, who's come on for Christian Teo, who's been poor. Alex Moreno into Wanmi. Is he going to instigate them going in front? No, Timo Horn taps that away. We'll get to it first with Trezeguet, and we'll ensure that they don't get a goal-scoring chance. Here's Verstraete played in. Keep that in play. Slow the ball down. Slow the play down. Hopefully we can see this out. It would be a massive 3 points for us if we're able to get victory here. Especially considering AZ Alkmaar are winning, unsurprisingly, against Victoria Poulsen. To beat the team that beat Poulsen and to be level on them on 3 points as AZ Alkmaar pull away from us could be absolutely huge for the grand scheme of things with regards to progressing from the group, because I expect Betis to beat RZ Alkmaar when they face each other later in the month. Here's Giovanni Lo Celso. We have to avoid conceding now, and we have done a surprising but ultimately deserved victory for us away from home in Spain. They didn't have a single shot on goal. A single shot on goal. Nearly 60% possession, but not a single shot. RZ win 2-1 against Victoria Pelsen. It was 1-0 the last I heard with the in-game commentary. Why didn't we get to see Cordoba play today? Why ask me this? We just won away from home against a side that were top of the group. Why ask me about John Cordoba? You managed to win a close match with a decisive goal in the second half. What do you think made the difference in today's game? We were the better team, and I don't think anyone could disagree with that. You managed to turn the tide and find the decisive goal, given there wasn't much to split the two sides leading up. Did you have any doubts you'd come away with the win? Yes, I had doubts, but that would give a negative impact, and I don't want to give them a negative impact because they've earned that victory. I say I trusted we give it our all, and whatever we got, we got. I was hoping for a point. I was hoping to give my all and get a point. As it happens, we gave our all and got the victory, so have to be absolutely thrilled with that. It will be Hertha Berlin we play next. Florian Kainz and David Trezeguet are going away on international duty soon, but it's at home against Hertha Berlin, where we will find ourselves in action in Germany once again. And we are 2 points away. Everybody else has. No, those above have played an extra game. Look, that's why they've pulled away. I was going to say we were 2 points away from fourth. We're now 5 points away from fourth. But if we win, we'll be 2 points away from fourth again. Let's go and win. Right, Justin in goal. Plattenhardt, Boyata, Boretkovic, and Pekarik. Leuven holding with Kutka, Meyer, Longstaff, and Salomon Kalou with Esfine up top. First time we played against Esfine, I think, this save. And to see Sean Longstaff in the midfield is certainly something I didn't expect in Hertha Berlin's starting 11. Well then, that's a signing and a half. We'll see if the former Newcastle man can play better passes than Conciello can. Cut, Leuven, Alexander Esfine. Worried about him getting in behind. Here's Leuven. Supposed to be playing at CDM, Leuven, but he's pushed a long way forward there. Now he's drifting back central again, and actually will find himself found with a pass. Lovely tackle by Jorge. Well, I thought what was a lovely tackle by Jorge Mera, and they're still going to find Longstaff. He's pulled the shot past the post. That was very nearly 1-0 to our opponents here. That's fine. In there to Salomon Kalou. He's not going to accelerate around me the way he would have done 10 years ago. Here's Kutka. Nice tackle by Ahizigwe. I'm still waiting for my first chance on goal. Keep getting in decent positions and then not having a final product when we get there. Really need to improve that. The Strata here to Jonas Hector, who can drive forward. I'll try and draw the defender towards me to then play Trezeguet in behind, which would have been the right thing to do there. Unfortunately, the pass wasn't as good enough as it needed to be. As if to prove my point, not getting the final ball. It's a nice lofted ball over the top, but it's wayward. Real lack of quality in this game so far from both sides. They've had that one chance through Longstaff. I've not yet had a chance. Other than that, it's been a case of either side building possession and then losing the ball. I see the run by Kainz there, but I'm not going to be able to find him. Conciello could turn and find Luca Bacchio. We could find Florian Kainz this time, and he could look for Luca Bacchio again. Ooh, good save by Jarstein. That was well struck by Luca Bacchio, actually, and that was headed towards the back of the net. Just put my foot straight through it first time, as the ball went straight through his standing foot there. Conciello with the delivery. Looped in. Oh, and the keeper came. I didn't get there, but Ahizigwe's header didn't go anywhere towards goal. Oh, my Lord, that could have been a rather embarrassing way for Hertha Berlin to go 1-0 down there. Kirk back here to Plattenhardt, but I don't think we're going to see anything in the remainder of the first half. A chance apiece then in this first period. We need better in the second half. Cross to come in maybe. Pulled back there to Kirk. Lovely little ball roll. Esfine, I'm worried about this. Jorge Mera in the way, but it falls back into the path of Alexander Esfine. 25 to go. It's been such a hard-fought game thus far. Timo, that's not good enough. It's going to fall to Kalou. Trezeguet with a vital interception. That will fall nicely for Luca Bacchio. We'll get it to Kainz, but I need support. He's arriving slowly. Here's Luca Bacchio again. Trezeguet, I'll try and set him away in behind. Dead pass. Absolutely dead pass. It's just over the top of Kingsley Schindler. So Kingsley he's away. He's going to have to do the footwork himself, or the hard work himself. Platinum Heart, nice drop of the shoulder. Gets it in there to Maya. I don't like this at all. Maya in the box, waiting for that cutback. There it is. Anton's in the way. Can we get to that first with Kingsley? He's where we can't. Anton in the way of their second effort. Win that Lukabakio. He hasn't. Boyata wins it. 15 to go, and this has been one of the quietest games we've had all save long, let alone all season long. A lot of midfield possession that hasn't led to anything, but they're certainly finishing with a flurry here. Hertha Berlin. Oh, and what a finish! Wow! It was crying out for a little bit of quality this game, and that finish has certainly delivered it. My God, what a first-time driven shot that is. Arriving late, Frank Lampard-esque, and it just bends away from the keeper the whole time. Unbelievable strike from Leuven. If we lose, I can't complain at losing against a team of that quality, or a goal of that quality even. Pekaric, tackle him. Oh, he's just turned. We're in stoppage time now, and I'm not going to get possession back, it seems. Oh, no, this is just toying with me. They're absolutely taking the piss right now, Hertha Berlin. Duda into the middle, caught by Horn, but as soon as I pump it upfield towards Lukabakio, we lose at home to Hertha Berlin. It was always going to be a 1-0 game with the way that it was being played out. But in the end, they were the ones to get that one goal. I didn't have any chances in the second half, only 5 all told for the match. Oh, it's a frustrating defeat. Really frustrating defeat. Must be better in the final game of the episode. Rissa couldn't agree contract terms with Salzburg. However, immediately we've had an offer from Hoffenheim for him, which I will again accept, and hopefully someone in the same country as us should be able to afford his wages. They are down near the relegation zone, Hoffenheim, as are Schalke, surprisingly. We're sat in 11th, still 2 points away from 8th. Now 4 points away from the European spots, but it could all change. It's still very early days, only 7 games played, as you can see. I have now started to train the young wing-backs, as we mentioned we were going to. And I think De Witt and Bachmann are actually the next two that were in line to be trained. Oh, great, Bachmann with an F in both of his training regimes. Well done, pal. That was superb. International break done and dusted. And of course, yes, Rissa sold. Yet more international, more money for us to spend in January. We're going to have a tidy budget, actually, to sign probably a new striker, hopefully. Oh, I'm really pleased with how this season is going financially. Not necessarily delighted with how things are going on the field, but we're only back-to-back wins away from shooting up the table. Whether we'll get any of those wins in this game against Leverkusen, I doubt. It's not been the greatest start to the season so far, and qualifying for the Europa League looks to be a difficult task now. We certainly have the ability. It's still very early days. We're 7 games into a 34-game season. Always positive. How are you prepared for the next game against your rival Bayer Leverkusen? It is a local derby, of course. It's like any other match. Performance must be better. Performance must be better than it was against Hertha Berlin, but I'll say we're ready. We are ready. We know what we face with Leverkusen. We're not going into it thinking, oh, this might be a quite easy game, especially away from home in the Bayer Arena. This is going to be very, very difficult indeed. We shall play in the white, they shall play in the red, and hopefully we come away with something. Leverkusen starting on Krudetsky in goal as expected. Bender, Nacho Fernandez and Savic at the back. Bailey, Demirbay, Aranguiz and Kai Havertz with Folland and Alario sat either side of Kramaric now up top. Kevin Folland scored a banger against us last time we played Leverkusen when he was the main man through the middle. He's now taken a backseat role to new signing Andre Kramaric. We'll see if Leverkusen can get themselves a decent result here. They were the side that we would go within 2 points of if we win this fixture. I didn't realise when I was thinking that in my head that it was actually Leverkusen we had in the next game. I thought to myself, well, if we win and Leverkusen lose, then we'll be within 2 points of them. As it happens, definitely we'll be within 2 points of them, because if we win, they will lose. Cozziello out here. Oh, a bit of a mix-up. Nobody really knew who to go for. the ball there. Oh, we get a free kick, though, for something. I'll take it. Cheers. 5 minutes in. It's still 0-0. And hopefully... never mind. I'll give them the ball back anyway. Back to Alario. Oh, nice ball through the gap to Kai Havertz here. He pulls that back. And Kramaric is in the box looking for an assist, perhaps, rather than a goal. Kalou gives Hertha Berlin a 1-0 lead against Stuttgart. They scored... or he, should I say, with regards to Andre Kramaric, scored 2 goals in their last game, Leverkusen. How on earth has that gone in? Dear Timo, I need to see a replay of just how far away from the ball he was when the header came in. But that was tame, to say the least, from the previous camera angle. Bailey steals in at the back post. And, I don't know whether that's just out of reach maybe for Timo Horn. It was a really poor header from Bailey, but it might just... Oh, he seemed to dive... Didn't quite dive high enough, Timo Horn. That's such a frustrating goal to concede. 1-0 down into Verstraete. Over the top looking for the runner, David Trezeguet, who's in behind. Nod that down in front of you. Well done, my man. We'll square it into the middle. And, Florian Kainz stumbles into the ball, but we still have possession. Probably should have done better than that when we got ourselves into such a good position. I'll try and find Luca Bacchio here. We've done that well. Around the corner looking for Kingsley Schindler, who's battling hard with Nacho Fernandez, who in the end wins out. Has the feeling of another frustrating game, as the game against Hertha Berlin was. Kramaric pulls that back. Here's Leon Bailey into Kevin Folland. Demirbay with a win at the end of yesterday's episode. That's not a foul. With a win at the end of yesterday's episode, I was hoping that would really kick-start our season. And then starting with a win against Betis, I was really confident that it might have kick-started our season. What a free kick from Kevin Folland. But defeat against Hertha Berlin in such frustrating circumstances. And now losing here to Leverkusen. And not really looking that good offensively. I'm really getting quite frustrated again. Lucas Alario in the box, back to Demirbay. Here's Kai Havertz. We would have been expected to lose this game anyway, but certainly I feel like we should have done better against Hertha Berlin. We get stuck with Kingsley Ahizaway, or Kingsley Schindler even. We have done well. I'm just driving forwards here. I've got Florian Kainz with me. Kingsley Schindler's going all the way. Kainz! Yes! Just as I start to question our abilities in front of goal, we equalise! And Kramaric. Wide nicely to Leon Bailey. Can pull it back. He's got options. There is that option. It's Volland. It's well blocked by Anton. Volland fell over there, and I was slightly concerned for a moment that Anton had actually caught him. Luca Bacchio can't win that header, and Demirbay will bring the ball forward again. It's stoppage time at the end of the first half. We need to keep them out here. And thankfully, they're not going anywhere, so we will keep them out here. It'll be Leverkusen 1, FC Köln 1 at half-time, I hope, unless Volland finds a great through ball here, which he has done to Leon Bailey, so maybe we won't end at 1-1. We will, thanks to a stunning save from Timo Horn. I questioned him at the beginning of the half. I'm not questioning there. Bailey into Volland, back there to Bailey again. Kingsley Schindler trying to close him down. I need the fast players on this right-hand side, my two Kingsleys, to try and keep Leon Bailey quiet, which we haven't really done that well thus far. Kevin Volland might look for him again. In fact, he's gone inside to Demirbay and was actually, in the end, thankfully, comfortable enough for Timo Horn to keep hold of that. Apparently, if you want to be one of the fastest players in the Bundesliga, you have to be called Kingsley, because there's Kingsley Coman, Kingsley Ahizaway, and Kingsley Schindler. Two of them play for me. Maybe at one point in the future, we might be able to sign Kingsley Coman here at FC Köln, but for the time being, we have to make do with our two Kingsleys and not three. We don't have a hat-trick yet, but hopefully we can get yet more goals in this game. It's a lovely ball through the gap to David Trezeguet. Playing him on the left here has really been working for us so far. We'll pull this back. Verstraete draws the save out of Kradetsky. Perhaps I should have powered it with Verstraete rather than trying to place it in the corner. I went for accuracy. Perhaps I should have just gone for blind power. See what we can do maybe on a counter-attack from this set piece. He has been good at countering with me, Özcan, whenever he's come on. Oh, was that one? Bounced rather ominously towards goal, similar to Leon Bailey's in the opening 10 minutes. I question whether we might be going 2-0 down there. Is that a foul, Aranguiz? No. Trezeguet went to ground, but the referee deemed it a legal challenge. It's a good block by Jonas Hector. Is he going to keep that in, Kramaric? He's going to let it go out for another corner. I'm very nervy now every time they get a corner. That was Kramaric going off, I believe, and Begraoui has come on for them. Don't know anything about Begraoui personally, as far as I can recall. Here's Charles Aranguiz. Back to Begraoui. Here's Stefan Savic. I'll have that. Jonas Hector does really well. And Luka Bakio can get this out to David Trezeguet. Keep that in! 20 to go. 1-1. We've earned this point if we get it. But I'm not sure yet whether we will. Lucas Alario cross in. Jorge Mera away well. Hector into Verstrata. Forward to David Trezeguet. It probably wasn't the right pass to play there, but lovely footwork from Luka Bakio, and that was the right pass to play. And Jonas Hector's in behind. And here's Schaub off the bench. Schaub! No! Oh, and it wouldn't react. The man there waiting on the penalty spot for the rebound. Oh, should I have gone for the extra pass? I thought the keeper might have cut it out, and I would have definitely ruined my opportunity. I felt confident that Schaub could bury that. He's hit the inside the post. It's bounced back, and the man that's waiting down the right-hand side hasn't attacked the ball. It would have been a tap-in, and he's just looked at it as it's gone past him, and Leverkusen can make us pay for that by taking the lead at the other end again. Anton with that head away. Challenge for Özcan. He tried. Begraoui brings that down. Here's Leon Bailey. Through. Begraoui, no! Timo Horn with a save. Oh, Jesus, what an end to this game. This local derby is ending in dramatic style. Kai Havertz with the corner. Away, please. Florian Kainz as far as Begraoui. In there to Nacho Fernandez. Savic. Nacho again. Anywhere will do for me with regards to getting rid of this. I nearly fouled the man there. The referee hasn't yet blown his whistle, despite the fact we're over stoppage time. Away, please! Bailey with another header on target, but not in to the back of the net, and it does end 1-1. Either side could have won that right at the end. Oh, I cannot believe we've drawn, though. Schaub. Hello, floaty ball. Schaub millimetres away from giving us victory. We're going to be able to see that in the highlights. We're not. Just Timo Horn's last-minute save. Schaub! Oh! I wouldn't really have deserved it if we had gotten the point, but still, those 3 points would have been huge. Hamburg beat Dusseldorf. Hertha Berlin batter Stuttgart. They're in good form, apparently, Hertha Berlin, so perhaps the defeat against them isn't quite as much of a blot on our campaign as we thought it might have been. We'd given Cordoba a chance to... he's not a priority. He's not a priority. Cordoba's just not a priority. I'm sorry. I'm trying to sell him. Well, I'm not trying to sell him. I'm trying to sell Modesta, but I'll be open to selling Cordoba if I can't move Modesta on. Once you got the equaliser in the first half, did you expect to win in the end? I'm happy with the draw considering the way the game went, but I would have been delighted with the win, obviously. The match against your rival ended the draw. How did you find this match? Congratulations to both teams. We should have scored a decisive goal. We need to work harder. Congratulations to both teams. That was a thoroughly entertaining game of football to play, and we very, very nearly came away with all of the points. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, but a game against Victoria Palsen to start tomorrow's episode. They've lost both opening games of the Europa League season thus far, and I'm desperately hoping that we can make that 3 of 3 as we hope to continue what's been a promising start. Yes, we were poor against Alkmaar, but we beat Betis and are now second in the group. I'm curious to see... the game against Hanover is just 2 days afterwards. Just 2 days. I might rotate slightly then for this game against Victoria Palsen, as they would probably be the weaker of the two opposition. Although I thought ours at Alkmaar would have been pretty straightforward, and it definitely wasn't. We're 12th at the minute with that point against Leverkusen. 11 goals in 8 games, 12 conceded, still -1 goal difference. We are 2 points off 9th. And 4 points still off those European spots. It could have been so much closer. We could have been there on 11 with FSV Mainz and above them. So we could have been 9th if we'd have scored that late goal against Leverkusen. Dortmund and Bayern still romping away. Dortmund 8 wins from 8, having conceded just 3. I think if we're ever going to win the Bundesliga, it's going to be pretty bloody difficult, isn't it? Victoria Palsen, Hanover and FC Union Berlin coming in tomorrow's episode. Do let me know which way round you'd like me to do these many game episode or many game months. If there's 5 or less, we'll play 3 and sim the rest. If there's 6 specifically 6 or more, but at least 6. Would you like me to play all of the games in the month, even if it means more episodes? Or would you rather I still played 3, simmed 3? If there's 7, then I'll definitely split it into 2. But with 6, play 3, sim 3, or play 3, play 3. The decision is yours. Do let me know in the comment section down below. I will see you tomorrow for more European action. Ta-ra!